I just did a video on Khalil Mack.
It's the 2K
Not on
Sports
Khalil
pregame
Mack,
show.
on Carl Anthony
Okay,
Towns.
basketball fans, with me,
So,
Kenny the Jet Smith,
you guys
Shaquille
like
O'Neal,
and subscribing,
I'm Ernie
my
Johnson.
videos.
You're watching 2K
Shout
Sports,
out
but
to
you know that already.
Shout out to Gamer Girl.
And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Denver,
Shout out to
where
my
we'll
guy,
see the
Oliver
Nuggets
DP,
going up against
my
the
boy
San
Julian
Antonio
True.
Spurs.
Shout out to my boy
Checking
Bone
out the
AD,
Spurs,
guys. Shout
they've
out
had a
to
tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight.
Sitting up here doing me a live stream. I'm doing me a live stream. Shout out to my girl, Gamer Girl. Shout out to her. Shout out to my guy Killer Mud Bruce. Shout out to my guy Oliver DP. My guy Coach Darrell. My guy Kadarius. My guy Smooth. Shout out to all you guys, man, who support my channel. I really appreciate that, brothers. I really appreciate that, y'all. I really appreciate the love.
A reminder, fans, we hope you'll come and join us for Train Car Day. The first 10,000 fans through their window will receive a trading card pass. Arrive early to the fan zone and get them signed by Rocky and the Nugget Stanford.
Get your official NBA merchandise. T-shirts, jerseys, jackets, sweaters, and more are available at the Sports Zone stations, located in the North and South Concourse.
Just a reminder, folks, make certain to be here for our figurine giveaway. Come to the game.
At point, at 5'9" inches.
Live from Denver, it's the home of the Nuggets. We're broadcasting from the Pepsi Center. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off a good outing against the Spurs in San Antonio. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on it.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And what stood out to me, Greg, was the aggressiveness. I mean, it seemed like they just were eager to get it done, wanted it a tad more than the other team.
And the starting group for the Spurs, we've got Rudy Gay. Pau Gasol is out there with Murray. And it's Walker in at the 2 spot. Now we're moving into the heart of the NBA season, Clark. Has chemistry and pecking order in the locker room been set by the coach and by the team at this point of the year?
Yeah, I think with veteran teams, it's pretty well established. But again, the makeup of your veterans is key there. With younger teams, though, I think they begin to, it's a process. It's an ongoing process of figuring out roles and pecking order. So as you get into the middle part of the season, the heart of it, I think the young guys do start to kind of figure it out.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Greg Popovich.
Thanks, Kevin. He told me that when you're playing against a team as good as they are inside, you have to stop the easy looks. He said if they can keep them out of the paint, they'll be in good shape to win. We'll see, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside Millsap. Shot from 12. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Millsap's got his second basket of the night.
He's got the perpetual green light, and Millsap has always been a dead-eye scorer from here.
Murray kicks to Walker. Gay outside. There's a screen. Ball's knocked loose. 6 to shoot. Murray outside. Releases from 15. Doesn't go that time. And it's Denver the other way. They beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
Free throw good. AI. And the Denver Nuggets. This is a team, Clark, that's slowly building for the future.
46 wins last season, Kevin. The most they'd had in 5 years, coming up just 6 points short of making the playoffs. This is a team that's hungry, and they're starting to believe in themselves, too.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Walker's got his first 2 points.
Got to be aware of Gay's passing. He's constantly looking to set up his teammates in their spots.
AI kicks to Jokic. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the technical free throw is good. And Isaiah Thomas will always line up at point guard, Clark, but it's a far cry to call him a traditional point guard.
Yeah, I would say that would be the case, Kevin. I agree with you. I mean, he is more score-centric than pass-centric. And that's fine. In this day and age, a lot of point guards are that way. He's an excellent passer, but when he has the ball, he's first looking to score. He passes off his scoring ability. That's not always the easiest approach to integrate into an offense, but I'd rather have him than not in most cases.
Here's Harris following the bucket by the Spurs. AI kicks to Thomas. The feed now to Millsap, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And right there is the list of rookie assist leaders for the last 10 games. It's been all about team play for this group lately. You look at AI, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
Really starting to connect with his teammates. I mean, a really heads-up player for a rookie.
Outstanding ball handler. He's a pace setter as well, facilitates nicely. I could go on and on and on. This kid's incredible.
And here's Gay after Gary Harris made that last three-pointer.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
Gasol passes to Murray. Here's the screen. Nobody near Gay. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Gay's got his first 3 points of the game. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Thomas. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Great combination of quickness and slick moves near the basket. Thomas more comfortable in the paint than some big guys.
And Walker kicks to Murray. Spurs passing it around. Bertines passes to Murray. Over Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Gasol, a screen on Thomas. Here's Murray. And it's Denver with the rebound. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, Denver with the triple.
You can tell Gary Harris is thinking of firing that shot even as the pass is coming his way.
Murray kicks to Walker. Gay, a screen on Harris. Back to Murray. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Nuggets on D. 6-point lead. Gasol a screen. The drive by Gay.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
AI with it. Gasol covering. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone, a new era for the Spurs. Even with the addition of DeMar DeRozan, San Antonio looks to be entering their most significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but at least they were able to get a star in DeRozan. Now, I would call it more of a reload than a rebuild for the Spurs. Still a lot of talent to work with on that roster.
Now, here's AI. They just worked San Antonio in that last game. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Walker. So it's the Spurs now. 6-point game.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. AI passes to Millsap. And here's Harris from the arc. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. And that's now 9 points for Gary Harris. Spurs trail by 9. Murray kicks to Gay. Shoots a fader. And it's AI with the rebound.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Just a touch. I mean, it seems like he's forcing shots a little bit to me, Greg. Not playing his game right now, and with every miss, the pressure intensifies.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And the Denver Nuggets, look at their improvement last year, Clark, especially on their home court.
Yeah, you know, they owned the NBA's fourth best home record last season, Kevin. Went 31-10, and, you know, some of it obviously is the altitude, but also when you've got younger players, they play better at home because they're not quite emotionally mature enough to be consistent on the road yet.
Here's what San Antonio is going with right now. Myrtle comes in for Davis Bertans. That's Mills in for Murray.
A chance to check out AI here. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. Tops in scoring, first in steals, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Denver making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Nuggets. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now. And, of course, San Antonio just need to take it a game at a time.
And, you know, for the Nuggets, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Bertle sets the pick for Bellinelli. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Nuggets leading by 13. Murray kicks to AI. Second shot opportunity. Picked his pocket. Bellinelli with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Denver.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
There's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by AI. Jokic passes to AI. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Here's Thomas. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
Thomas and Barton are their backcourt. Inside, it's the talented pair of Millsap and Jokic. And it's AI in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Barton is really a team-first guy who likes to get the ball to his teammates, an excellent passer at his position.
Harris is checked in for the Nuggets.
And, you know, these second-round picks that sometimes emerge as outstanding players, Will Barton, a case in point. As a matter of fact, he can give you the handbook for being an outstanding second-round pick because he's really pretty good at just about everything you need to do on the basketball court.
Here's Bertans looking for his first basket still in this one. Murray kicks to Walker. 5 to shoot. Good looking screen by Gasol. Shot's good by Walker. And talking about Barton, you look at the body type, the game that he plays, Clark, well built for the modern era of pro basketball.
Yeah, especially since he's added some strength, Kevin. He can guard 1 through 3. You can't push him around as much as you once could. And, of course, this guy does not lack for confidence.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Spurs lit up the floor. He had 41 points and got there the usual way. An impressive barrage of three-pointers. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
And you know what, Greg? I think defensively, they're going to be ready for him. They won't make things easy. Coming off a game like he just had, I mean, he's going to get a bunch of attention.
Here's Murray. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Passes it to Gasol. Now the dish to Forbes. Shoots the three. He can't hit that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Walker the pass to Gasol. Thomas against Murray. Over Thomas. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Murray's got his third basket of the night right there.
A quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
AI kicks to Millsap. Back to AI. From the baseline. San Antonio with the rebound.
He continues to struggle from the field. But luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against Denver. He got right to the cup using that screen. Walker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
AI passes to Jokic. Back to AI. Collects the two-pointer near the hoop. AI's got 8.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Clark, you had a tremendous college career, excluding yourself. Give me the best NBA player from your alma mater.
Wow. I would probably lean towards Jerry Lucas as the best player coming out of Ohio State. And then you look at his pro career, was pretty solid as well. I thought Herb Williams had a fantastic and long pro career. John Havlicek maybe would rise to the level of the best NBA player of the group that came out of Ohio State. Jim Jackson is another name. Evan Turner still playing. But I think John Havlicek probably in longevity, championship, Hall of Fame stature. I think he may be the best NBA Buckeye.
I'm going to put Clark Kellogg in there too.
Oh, I didn't play long enough. Didn't play long enough.
So it's the Spurs now, following the miss by Paul Millsap. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Now a chance to see the NBA leaders in steals. You look at AI. Such quick hands. Second in the NBA.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Now here's Gasol. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. From deep, Walker buries it from three-point range.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Thomas kicks to AI. Three-pointer. Denver gets it back. From deep. Good on the triple. 11 points in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And here's Walker. Following the three from AI. Here's Forbes. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Now, here's AI. He's got 11. And that one's good, Jokic.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. And Walker kicks to Murray. There's a good screen. Back to Walker. Over Harris. Walker's shot is off. Denver leading by 23. Here's AI. Comes up empty down low.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
And now the Nuggets. Fast break. AI with the ball. Thomas, no luck.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
Now here's Walker. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. And Forbes kicks to Bertans. Just his first attempt. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Denver's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. AI outside. Harris outside. At the elbow. Jokic. Back to AI. That's in. Coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got his third assist on the night. They get a hand on it. And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. Harris against Walker. Gasol, a screen on Thomas. Murray dishes to Gasol. Outside for Murray. Just 3 to shoot. There's Walker with the 3. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Saturday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And for that game against the Kings, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Pass to Forbes. And stolen by AI. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And AI with the basket on the assist from Harris. AI's got 12 now in this quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Thomas a screen. Millsap passes to Harris. And here's Jokic. He's covered by Murray. And that one's good. Jokic.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
AI kicks to Jokic. Millsap passes to Harris. Back to AI. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And San Antonio called for the foul. He's shooting 4 for 7 at the foul line in the game.
Just hasn't found his form at the line here in the first half.
And he's really looked uncomfortable up there the whole time. And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Lyles checked in for Millsap. Will Barton comes in for Harris. And Murray subbed in for Thomas. Now here's Bellinelli. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Denver's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. AI kicks to Jokic. The pass to Barton and stolen by Gay. Bellinelli against Barton. To the inside, Pondexter. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from AI. Can't nail the jump. And so it's the Denver Nuggets rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
Thank you, Kevin. Wow, rebounding tonight, big part of your game. How have you had such an impact on the glass?
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Really an incredible game from AI.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. You've got Murray. Pau Gasol is out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Bertans in at the 4.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Gay. Yes, that goes in. Gay's got 10.
And really the strength of Gay is impressive. Easily bouncing off the defense while still finishing the shot.
You know, you look at Paul Millsap, very versatile. He's thought of as a 4-man, but he can play the 3. He can also be a small ball 5, so I would call him like a 3.75, which gives you a lot of flexibility if you're coaching it.
Tipped away. And here's Gay outside. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Gay's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Millsap passes to AI. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Millsap's got 3 assists in the game. Murray kicks to Bertans. They set the pick. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Murray outside. That one doesn't go.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
AI passes to Thomas. AI kicks to Harris. Denver passing it around. 6 to shoot. Millsap left side. Rebound by Murray. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Nuggets. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Paul Millsap is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, the drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's gotten me this far. Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. San Antonio calls timeout. Clark, agility is such an important thing for players to have, obviously. When you look at the offensive end, knowing that agility has that upper value, who are some of the more elusive players you see in the game now?
Man, I don't think there's any more elusive player in the game than Steph Curry. I tell you, he's not the most athletic, he's not the fastest, but he is the slipperiest guy to try to keep a handle on. His ball handling, his shot making, his change of pace. I throw Kyrie Irving in there as well. Kemba Walker, diminutive in size, but boy, is he hard to keep corralled. And Lou Williams, one of my favorites. One of the great scorers, maybe one of the greatest scorers ever, under 6'2" in the league.
Some terrific names there. Thomas dishes to AI. The tray, another 3 for Denver.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Murray, the pass to Bertans. Gasol a screen. Bertans kicks to Gay. Over Millsap. No good off the front iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Jokic passes to Thomas. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. Malik Beasley comes in for Gary Harris. At the top of the key, Gay. Gasol kicks to Gay. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Porter. And Rudy Gay, Greg, is always... Here's Murray, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. It's Barton on the wing. AI outside. Pass to Lyles. Clock at 6. Mills with the steal. And Forbes kicks to Pondexter. Feeds it to Pirtle. Good defense by Jokic.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Passes it to Pirtle. Here's Mills. Barton defending. Pass to Pirtle. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Murray. 4 on the shot clock. Mills passes to Pirtle. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Lyles. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Lyles got 8.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
That one doesn't go. Here's AI. Count that bucket. AI's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
And Mills kicks to Pondexter. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. There's a check in for Denver. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lyles with the screen. Harris kicks to Lyles. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. San Antonio with the rebound. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Denver on top, opening up a huge gap. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime.
San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Bertanis, he's checked in for Cunningham. Bellinelli comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Walker's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Mills in for Derek White. Now, here's AI. Guarded closely, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time.
Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Bellinelli. We've got Trey Lyles. Beasley is out there with Thomas. Then it's AI, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4 slot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Here's AI, and AI throws it down.
You don't want to leave guys free when Thomas has the ball. He's really good at finding the open man. Solid possession there.
San Antonio's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Outside, Walker. They set the pick. 3-pointer, Pondexter. The Spurs with a new 24. And he makes that one. Birtle's got 15 points here in the second half.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
AI sets a screen for Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Beasley for 3. Hernan Gomez passes to AI. Thomas kicks to AI. Back to Thomas. Out to AI. We're hearing more players and coaches express their political beliefs, their social concerns, trying to, in a positive way, affect change club.
And Kevin, I applaud it, respect it, admire it, and can't get enough of it. As long as players and coaches are well informed about that, which they talk about, and most of the NBA guys are. And I think it's important that wherever we are in life that we use our platforms to express our views. That's part of what being a citizen of this country is about. So I don't think you necessarily compartmentalize your life. If there are issues that are dear to you that you want to speak out on and educate yourself about, then you use your platform for that purpose while performing your job, which just happens to be playing NBA basketball or coaching NBA basketball.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nuggets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And talk about putting pressure on your opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 left to be played against the Spurs.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for AI.
Well, it was nice seeing him do his thing on offense, wasn't it? Turned it up a notch and flat out pulverized the defense.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
AI, there you are. I got an interview lined up for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right this way. You're on with Shaq and Kenny.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
Hey, Shaq here. As a team, you controlled the pace tonight, seized the advantage, never really let them back in it. What was your collective mindset while trying to protect that lead?
Well, we wanted to make sure we kept the work rate really high, you know. We didn't allow ourselves to feel comfortable. Closing out games in the NBA, man, it's never easy. As soon as you take your foot off the pedal, that lead disappears. So credit to our guys for staying focused and not letting that happen. Thanks, man. See ya. Let me guess. Press conference?
You know it. You ready?
Yeah, I think so. Just a second.
AI, what would you say is more important to you personally, the fans or your teammates?
I see what you're doing. And, all right, thank you.
Great work up there, AI.